This is going to be such an exciting day. I am just here at the most beautiful college campus in the entire United States. While the United States has many institutes of higher education, there is one that rises above the rest because of its stunning campus and rural beauty. Kenyon College, located in the heart of Ohio's countryside, is a hidden treasure. Founded in 1824 by Philander Chase, it's the oldest private college in the state and has been a leader in academic excellence for over 200 years. Join me today as I take an autumn walking tour of the campus and enjoy a day outside in the cool fall weather. So why am I saying that this is the prettiest college campus out of all of the ones here? And there are thousands of them in this country. But I would say it has a lot to do with the architecture as well as the surrounding landscape. With all of these older Gothic style buildings, these stone structures in this basically rural area with lots of trees and rolling hills. Now, I attended a larger university near a city, which was a lot of fun. But when I come here and I see this, it is totally different. When I use the word traditional, I really mean that this is a place for academic excellence. It's where you come if you really want to study, whether that's writing, whether that's the sciences, whatever it is you're interested in, they offer something here for everybody. Right now, I'm just sitting on this bench that is right next to this path here. It's about 10 feet wide and it spans the entire length of the college from the north campus all the way down to the south campus through the Village of Gambier. Something else that makes this college so special, besides its unique location, is that it is much more of a community vibe than most other places I've been, and most other schools even. A lot of them are so massive or so competitive, it's really difficult to feel comfortable and at home there. But on this one here, there are less than 2,000 students in a rural setting with a few hundred local residents, and it feels like everybody is kind of connected in this way, and they're all working together and do the best they can, even if they're only here for the 4 years. This is a really pretty little street here, this little village of Gambier, which separates the north and south sides of campus. But they have pretty much everything you can think of. They've got little restaurants, they've got an inn where you can stay, they have the bookstore, they have a little market, they have a coffee shop. Just grabbed some coffee from Wigan Street down the road, and I'm going to keep walking. along here and toward the north side of campus. I am just on that path that I told you that crosses over through the entire campus, splits it in half, called Middle Path. And I can just take this the whole way up and the whole way back. But there really isn't a lot of traffic either out here because it's in such a rural place. And everybody stops for the students, which is nice. On either side of the road here, you can see there's woods over there, but there's also a lot of buildings, and that's where the student housing is, the buildings where they all live. And the other side of the street as well, same thing. Well, I'm finally coming up to the northernmost side of the path here, and there's a building right there that I think is one of the most beautiful on the entire campus. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see it, but I do believe it's residential. Such a beautiful day. I think I just lucked out. Besides all the typical style dorm housing that most college students get, here at Kenyon they also have these little homes that they built. Now that we've seen the northern side of campus, let's go and take a look at the main campus. So right here is the gallery for the college, and I think they have changing exhibits all the time. I feel like we can't really talk about the main part of campus here without discussing the brand new library that was built just a few years ago. And I want to take you in there to show you how great this place is. I love how this library has all these windows, so you can really get a lot of natural light in here, as well as having these large spaces for studying like this room, which can hold quite a few students. And then smaller rooms that you can use too, if you just want to work by yourself or in a small group. Besides just the library, they built an entire new quad over here, which consists of the admissions and financial aid, the library, of course, which I was just in, and then right behind me is this new social sciences center where they have classrooms and spaces for studying. So right over here is one of the most important buildings on the entire campus, and that is the dining hall. So I'm going to go in there and check that out, but I'm told it looks really cool on the inside. Kind of feels like I'm in Hogwarts from Harry Potter. This campus isn't that big. It is considered a walkable campus. In other words, you don't need to drive between buildings or take some kind of public transit to get around to your classes. You can walk everywhere in just probably 10 to 20 minutes tops. Well, that bench over there was really nice, but I want to try another one. I feel like it's that thing where you have to try each one until you find one that's just perfect. One of them's too hard, one of them's too soft. And one of them I could relax in all day. Now, once you get to this far end, you are now in an area with residential buildings again, and places with student dorms. There are several buildings here. So I started from the very north, made my way through Gambier, and now I'm to the very furthest southern point of it, and that is the oldest building here on campus. Okay, now that we've seen everything over here, the academic buildings, some of the other residential areas, as well as the galleries, dining hall, library, all that stuff, I'm going to head down the hill and check out the athletic facilities. They have a lot of stuff in here inside the athletic center. You've got multiple courts, you've got a field house, and you have a massive swimming pool and workout area. Well, here's their football field and their stadium. Nice in purple, colors of the college. It's really nice. Good track. Reminds me of when I was in high school and I used to compete. Yeah, this would be a fun place to come and catch a game. Okay, so we just saw the athletic center and some of the fields, and right here is one of the best known trails, and this is called the Gap Trail. It is 14 miles long and takes you through some incredibly beautiful scenic nature. So there's the Kokosing River that you go by, and there are lots of bridges and old buildings, as well as a really cool historic train that's been preserved that you can check out. This is so cool. They have a life-size train here that you can actually climb up on board. Check it out. It's be a lot of fun for kids, but even for adults like me. All aboard. This is really fun. It really kind of takes you back in time a bit. All right, now that we've had a little bit of fun here, let's walk along this well-paved trail and enjoy nature.
Kenyon is the only college in the USA with its own land conservancy created and run by the institution itself. Through its conservation efforts, over 6,000 acres of land has been saved from development. They created a large nature preserve in 1995 as part of the Brown Family Environmental Center and work with local farmers and community members to ensure the area's rural beauty will be protected for future generations.
And this is it right here. This is the Kokosing River. This is something you can't miss when you come over here to visit the college campus. You have to come down and see this. Well, I think that's about it for today, but I hope you guys have really enjoyed this campus tour. And this is, again, just something so unique. There are lots and lots of colleges and universities around the US, and a lot of them are very beautiful. They have great architecture, and some of them are also like this one further out in the countryside. This campus happens to be about an hour from the nearest big city. There is a smaller one next door called Mount Vernon, but that's still not very big. And I'm on this trail here, but if you look right over this way, that's the main campus up that hill over there. There's actually a road and you can see cars going up to it. So this, truthfully, is about the most peaceful campus I've ever been to. And it just makes for such a nice experience, especially if you're here as a student or just as a visitor. You can relax and enjoy this area for what it has. Anyway, stay safe, healthy, and happy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Thanks for joining me today. Life's a journey meant to be shared. Remember to always travel with an open heart and an open mind. Enjoy the ride and keep your eyes on the horizon for the next adventure. I'll see you out there.